Hello everyone, welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. We're playing as Karl Franz and the Empire. So it's been a slow campaign thus far. We've secured our main area and we've got these defense points here, Helmsburg and Fort Bergbrest, but now things are really picking up steam because we've came all the way over here. We've captured Castle Drakenhof from the evil vampires, wiped the vampires off the map in one swift siege, and we're at war with I forget what these guys are called, Ostermark. So really our next idea is to push north from Castle Drakenhof. But before we look into that, look what they got. They got four places. I think Eschen is really important to us because it's part of the same region as Castle Drakenhof. Oh, and so is Waldenhof. So everything up to this river, definitely we want to push towards. However, no, stop hitting the microphone line. There's a little like short-term stuff we have to fix before then. So we do want to improve Castle Drakenhof, make sure we've got the right buildings here, make sure we've got the right stuff. As well as that, Outdorf is ready to upgrade. I think if we look here, we're fully grown now. We're upgrading that and we are fully grown. So there's no need for these growth buildings. So I'm going to demolish that. I'm going to demolish this, and the road also increases income. So I'm going to keep the road even though it is a growth building. So we've got to look at what we can fit up in these spaces. This already has a gold producing area, so there might not be anything we can put there really that I can think of. Maybe something that increases untainted or something to that effect. And also, oh, hello, not what I meant to press. We want to build the unique buildings here. The only one we can afford so far is this one, Castle Reichsguard. And that's going to cost us 6 grand. That's pretty much all our money. Allows the recruitment of Reichsguard, allows them cheap recruitment duration of Reichsguard unit -1 in this province. So it makes recruitment for them really fast as well. So we get a strong unit there. And I think the good strategy is to rush them, because that's a really strong unit. If we can get that like in that upgraded state for cheaper and less recruitment, it seems to make sense. However, Castle Drakenhof might need a little bit of, you know, ups. So let's see if there's anything unique to build here. There's nothing unique. No gold production building there, and we can build this, which is a Reichsfort, which allows the production of Reichsguard from here. Which would be helpful, actually, seeing it's so far away from our main area. It would be helpful to get like a Reichsfort outpost out here, but I think because it's level 3, what I'll do, I'll stick it on Waldenhof and Eschen when we get them. This one's level 5. I want this to be where our level 5 buildings are made, if you're with me. We do want population growth, so we'll keep that for now. So we've got 1 slot. I'm going to keep this for now, even though it's a level 3 building, because it allows production of great swords and archers and stuff, and we're going to need that to replenish our troops in this area. So what else? I think a blacksmith is going to be important, but that can end at level 3, so we'll put that in Waldenhof and Eschen as well. Imperial Academy, Wizard's Tower. See, a lot of these things we're not going to get over in Outdorf, so it makes sense to get here. I'm tempted to go for a Shrine of Sigmar, because the untainted bonus for maximum one of them is 12, and Castle Drakenhof comes with a little bit of taint built into it. So it'll be good to get that gone. And trying to see if there's anything better for that. Like this will also do it, +1 though, it's hardly anything. Although it does give you 50% bonus to the lack of... a -50% penalty due to presence of lack of corruption. So because that's corrupt, it might be a good idea to do that to reduce the public order bonus. I can't explain that. I can't think of a good way to explain that in my dumb brain. So that's helpful. Public order isn't really an issue, really. I think I'm going to go with this to increase untainted, but I will go with that at some point. But for now, let's go with this. Or maybe that was the sillies. Maybe walls are a better idea. Improve our rules. Let's just unclick it for now. So what do we get straight away? 3 turns. Provides extra garrison of spearmen, swordsmen, crossbowmen, and empire knights. And I assume that's on top of what we already have, which isn't a great deal, to be honest. 2 crossbowmen, 3 swordsmen, 3 halberdiers, and empire captain. Ain't a great deal, so maybe getting some defences isn't a bad idea. Then again, there's no real threat except from... I'm going to do it. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to push for this. If they attack, we're a bit weak, but I think we're behind walls. We have an army that... The only way this is going to... Castle Drakenhof is going to be at risk if we lose our army. Because we're pushing down this narrow corridor here. And because we're pushing down only here, they've got to come through us to get to Castle Drakenhof. So I'm not going to be worried about that. And I believe these guys... We're trying to get a non-aggression pact with them, aren't they? But because of our past wars, that's going up. I think we'll be okay. We'll get a non-aggression pact with them, and we should be okay. I don't think these guys are going to attack us either. And also, these guys are so close to joining us. I'd love to get this, and we'll start reuniting the Empire quite quickly once things start falling into place. But anyway, I think we're going to just assign the skill points, do the bits and pieces. And who is this? Gavin von Gorst, our light wizard. Arcane Conduit, let's give him that. Bit more magical reserves. Research available. Sweet. Missile damage for artillery units. Artillery units aren't very accurate, so maybe making them damage more would like offset that a little bit. Ammunition artillery would be good. Pardon me. Or do we want to go for money here? Untainted faction wide might be very helpful. Empire Knights, Knights of the Blazing Sun, and Rights Guard units, less upkeep. That's good. There's a lot of good stuff we could be going here for. To be fair, we're short on cavalry upgrades. Let's go with this. Weapon strength for our infantry units, because infantry units are the front line of our troops, aren't they? They're the what do you call it? The Blazing Sun. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. There's something, anyway. And we also have this war going on with Blackstone Post. So I don't want to get involved in that just yet, to be honest with you. But if the Bretonians do, then I will. Because I'm in that war to guard them. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an army close and see what happens. I'm fairly certain Fort Bergbrest and Halmgar aren't at risk from vampire attack. Now, this is a worry. Our allies taking our lands here, but I'm not going to get worried too much about it, because this is our scope where we want to improve, but I'll take that for now. Also, we have a quest there to do. Never mind. End turn and see what happens. Now, this is the guys we want to keep a watch on. See if their army moves out. If their army moves out, we can catch them on the week. We might just do that. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Let's fast forward all this. Trade agreement dissolved. Stirland and us. Changing circumstances resulted in the need for us to cancel trade agreement with Stirland. Why? Okay, so the good news is they've moved a relatively weak army near... Oh, is there? Oh, there's a strong army right on the back of them. Okay, strong in numbers, but weak in actual units. They're sieging Castle Drakenhof. I didn't even realise that. I just saw this weak army coming here. But Karl Franz, if I believe right, it's been... Because I record this every week, I do forget things a little bit. So let me just check this here. I know we were going for it. We've got it. Lightning Strike. So we can attack these guys without this guy coming into the fight, which is great. It's a bit of a shame we're not replenishing, but I'll take it. So why are we not trading with these guys anymore? It's odd, that.
Welcome, my countrymen.
Well, let us.
Who calls?
Is it because we technically don't share a border? Oh, we don't share a border anymore, do we? Because this is their land. I didn't see that there. Yeah, so Kemperbad here is there, so we can't share with them because these guys have taken this city, which was our way in. That's a pain, but we'll take it. Let's not worry about it too much. We still have other trade routes available to us. Now, the first things first, let's get this done with. Lightning Strike here. Lightning Strike reduces our chances here. Because it takes our resources out of the equation. And because we're a bit of a damaged strength here, part of me wants to not lightning strike this, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what's the best, because that's so weak. I really don't know what's the best here. I feel like I can take this fight. But you never know the... I'm going to decline attack. What we got? Castle Drakenhof.
Ready.
Where does it say when...
No.
There you go. Terms remaining before surrender, 14.
I am Prince and Emperor.
It doesn't say
So, men, I will fight with you.
how long until we face attrition. I know it's somewhere, but it's been so long since I've really played this properly, except for to record. I don't know. I'm going to wait a little bit out for that, maybe. I will crack on with building this here, though. Actually, no, let's not build that just yet. We've got this to do. So, no need for any of them, because we're planning on... We'll have them across the board. Anyway. No, we already have a blacksmith. Of course we do, yeah. So, no need for either of them. This is looking likely at the moment, to be honest. Night's Watch, Untainted, Discoveries of Skaven Cities, nice little helper. Or we could go Tap Room, which is just public order. Doesn't really offer much else than public order. It's good problems to have with the situation we're in at the moment, to be honest with you. You know, like, oh, what do I want? Do I want this? Do I want that? I don't know. I wonder we could. We could just go with garrisons. Where is it we're talking about here? Isleheart. So the Isleheart is on this side. And if we get Norska coming in by ship down the river, it might be a good idea to have Isleheart defended. So let's give that a guard home. And we can upgrade that later. And any money left over can go towards... What do we want here, is the question. I don't really know. I'm just going to go with what we know we need and know we want. The landmark building, Castle Reichsguard in Altsdorf. Puts us on $9. 9 goldies pieces. But that's not a problem. I'm tempted to wait this out, see if they attack. Because if they attack when we're behind the walls, they've got no chance of us going out and meeting them. I think we'll face losses. Then again, they've got an army there. I don't want them to get that army in. And I'm not going to be a coward here.
Just war.
But I'm going to lightning strike it, because I feel like the benefits of this lot outweigh... So the negatives of having this come in outweigh the benefits of having all these. There's a lot more there, but they're weaker, and it's a lot more to manage, where we can keep it a little bit more focused here if we just keep the lightning strike on. So let's play this battle out. Let's see what happens. There's a lot of spit on my microphone. Ain't that good? Please be relatively flat terrain. I mean, I can see it here, but I don't... Relatively flat terrain. Okay, I can take that. It should be fair. In a perfect world for me, it would just be like a perfectly flat grassland. The maps in Total War have always been a little bit lackluster. So, like, it turns out like the better ones are just the flatter, featureless ones. Because when they try too much, it never really works out. But then I do like them to try. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Okay, so this is interesting. They've got their cannons either side. And we've got archers that can be placed in vanguard. Like so. So I might like get these in, like get some hits on them to take them out of the equation quite early. And then we can keep cavalry on the side here. Maybe just the one set of cavalry on the side. Get this lot on this side to counter these guys. And then this, I'll just pull back a little bit and work out properly. So, as always, let's not get too fancy with this. There's my archer line. With the swordsmen and halberders propped up behind, I don't mind them being a bit randomly dispersed because they've got no cavalry, so we don't need the halberders in a position. Oh, we do have also spearmen as well, so we can make this a little bit more dense. I didn't see them there. With the great swords on the right, on the left and right side, and they can kind of just capsulate in a little bit. New guys, Get as far forward as possible while also being safe. Spread you out a little bit as well. So we can... Oh, no. That was dangerous. Spread you out a little bit as well. So we got like a wide range of fire. The first thing we're going to do is make sure these guys are safe, get as much hits on this as we can, and get out and rejoin the fight. I think they're going to be fast. If they're Vanguard troops, they're going to be faster than normal archers, I imagine. I don't have a point of comparison. But let's start deployment, and let's start battle. Let's go. Oh, shit. I had these guys all around in the middle of nowhere. So, okay. Okay, cool. So you get in on target them quickly.
We are Sigmar's heirs. Moving now.
And look, they're all working in like a random formation here, bunching together. That's really good for my artillery. And we're free to get a few archer shots on this here. And let's bring these forward.
Send us out.
Oh, look at the damage we're doing there with those archers. They're doing a great job. Now, what I want to make sure these guys don't get caught up in those spears. As easy as that is to do. I don't want to get caught in that. It looks like we managed to get around them. Okay, you fuck off now, and you go. You chase them down, and you get out. Oh, shit. I hate that. Okay, so let's just pause this for a second. Skirmish mode is shit. Well, let's get our great swords into the fight. Let's not piss about here. It looks like we've broken their lines quite handily here. You can activate that, get some better...
My rule is absolute.
Shalia protects us. Swordsmen for the Emperor.
Oh, shit.
Position.
Get these out here. Where's everyone going here? They're just running away from our guys. It's great. Although we do want you to run away now. Hopefully they're quite fast. And that's them retreating.
Yes, General. No link.
Probably should be looking at the front lines a little bit more because we've got a lot of spears that aren't involved in the fight here.
For the Emperor. See to it.
And let's give you banishment. No, not banishment, which is Far's protection.
No lingering.
Okay, so these guys can't win here if we just micro this fight a little bit. Because they turn around to shoot our to charge our archers, and then they're going to get fucked in the back by our cavalry. They turn around to face the cavalry,
Moving.
they're running away from our archers, and they're getting pouted by our archers.
Prepare for combat. War.
And we can just do the same with these guys.
Empire endures. Taking position.
That's how you micro a fight. Although I probably won't be able to afford to do it, those guys. Hang on. I'll let them take a beating there for no fucking reason, because I'm a stupid man.
Taking position.
And let's take out the archers over here.
At your service.
These guys I do want on skirmish run mode because they're like out in the they're not in the front line. That's the one place where it makes bloody sense.
We are ready.
Sigmar calls. Now.
I am going to pull them out manually a little bit here because they're...
At speed.
Why aren't they going? Why? Oh, because they're on skirmish mode. That's overwriting their blood. That's so stupid. I'll take it back. I hate skirmish mode in every situation.
Spearmen. Light is might.
But we are breaking them here.
We serve friends. Go. Get them. Attack.
All ranks take. For the comet. Ready. Find your targets.
Okay, we could take one charge into them just to break them. And I was hoping that would sort of like seeing their friends break would break them as well, but they're going to take a little bit more Fortunately, we've got archers doing the business here. Those archers have been really good for us, having them on Vanguard. Oh, what the fucking hell's happened here? How did I not know about this?
For the Emperor!
That was bad on my part. I admit that.
Sigmar guides us! The ground quakes! Ordnance ready!
Get out of there. Yeah, I don't want you dying. I don't want to lose you completely. That'll be a pain in my ass. There you go. That's what I wanted. So we beat them back fairly easily. The fight was a bit of a mess. We got their lord in our back lines, which was not good. 44 kills he did, and that was completely avoidable. They did it. Look at that. They did amazing. Horses did amazing as per. Hopefully we didn't lose these guys. If we lose them, that'd be a shame, to say the least. It'll really hurt our chances of pushing forth anytime soon. No, we're good. They're still in the fight. And let's get units replenished, because this is really important to us at the moment. Okay, so.
Summon the Elector Counts.
No real losses. Okay, apart from the mortar, the numbers aren't reduced that much. Let's see. How much weaker are you?
I refuse.
Look at that. Much, much weaker. And they're going to take attrition damage as well in the next turn. So that's really helpful. Unassign skill points. Obviously, we'll assign some skill points. Quartermaster upkeep will be helpful. Casualty replenish rate is useful right about now, to be honest. But then, as I discussed in an earlier episode, I really thought about it, and like the replenishment rate is, say, just for example, say it's 5% of your dead troops. If we up that by 15%, we're not upping replenishment rate by 15%, we're upping the replenishment rate by 15% of it, if you're with me. So it'll be like 5.15% instead of 5%, which isn't really a massive bonus. So I'm not worried about that. Leader of men, leadership all sides would be helpful. Sigmar's ward, missile resistance is a little bit helpful. Like, he doesn't have much in terms of command. I think we've got enough blue line now. Let's give him some red line. Let's start really upping because like with the damage we can do when we get some of these is incalculable. So let's in turn see what these Ostermark bastards do now. No, so they started another siege and moved another. But this time they've started to siege me with the weaker of the two armies, so I can lightning strike them no problem. So that's silly on their behalf, let's be honest. But we're going to have a problem here unless we introduce a second army into the mix. And also, one thing I've just noticed, I believe these guys can take this.
No.
But I'm spoiling for another fight. These are Vanahemlings. They come from up here somewhere. Pack Ice Bay, Citadel of Lead. I don't know, is Conaquata? I think that might be their... Conquata sounds like a Lizardman place. There has been updates, so I'm not... I think it's on here, Conquata, and it is a Lizardman place. But this is where the Vahemlings come from. Oh, there it is. Bromlings Gathering. That's where they come from.
You're a pretender.
Oh, no, they're not. Vanahemlings. Oh, okay. It just looks a little bit different on there. Because it's more like yellow and blue on their icon, and it's actually yellow and silver on this. So, like, yellow and bluey silver in it. But they're our enemies, and they're in our friends' land. So let's take this army up north and try and help them out with that. I'm sure they can do it on their own, but I'd like to have an army there just in case, you know. And extra experience for this little army that haven't got much to fight yet. But it looks like we'll be batting against a lot of like weird invasions from this lot. So look, this army's coming in as reinforcements. This is the army that they just brought south. Let's go lightning strike. Look at the chance of balance of power there. Huge. And what we got? 3 swordsmen, a gunman. Yeah, this is no problem. No problem at all. I imagine we can do this with just our artillery and archers, to be honest. We're not going to push it. but we've got... It's nice when they've got 2 sets of archers, so I can just fire and forget the cavalry, just deal with the archers, and I don't have to worry about anything else. So start deployment, that's them there, that's our archers here. I'm pretty happy with that battle line as well. Let's start battle with these guys just out here like that, like so. And let's see what happens here. Get these guys out. Get these guys out.
Take aim. Light of battle.
This should be a nice and quick one. Really what I want to do is get these guys back there and then hit the archers.
Guides us.
To be fair, our artillery firing at their leader isn't probably the most efficient way of doing it, but it sure is fun. Yeah, they're ready to attack the archers now. And the thing about these is they have quite short range, so our archers are in range. So they've got them scared off before they've even shot a bullet.
Sigmar calls.
So you chase them down to make sure they don't come back. And look, everyone's running away now because they're seeing our cavalry coming in from the back. They've got no idea what's going on.
Crossbowmen. Taking aim. Ready.
Get you to focus fire on the leader. And I'm not going to end the battle here because I really want to make sure they lose as much as possible. Because every little helps when in these long, protracted fights. Let's get you involved.
His might. Charge.
You're on a horse, aren't you?
Weapons at the ready.
So these guys are almost wiped out. 7 guys left in that troop. What's left over here? 20. You can just see the number going down. 17, 16.
Ulrich's teeth. Retreat.
They're as good as dead. I'm surprised our leader isn't fallen, but it's probably for the best, to be honest, that he doesn't die, actually.
The Empire endures.
If he just stays at that and then he comes back into the next fight that week, then no worries.
Yes.
Can I do this?
Illumination upon them.
Oh, what do you know? I can.
Ready to fire.
Now they've just got to sit there and take it.
I serve Hish.
As they get archered upon.
Our orders.
2 guys left in that. Like, there's one over there, one here. They're as good as dead. What about these? 24. These are probably going to come back. I'm bored of fighting, though. I think that's a pretty decisive, not a single loss. Well done, team. I mean, I know we massively outnumbered them, but still, not a single loss. I'm pretty happy with that. Do want to start pushing north, though, and these guys aren't giving me much of a chance to recoup. Replenish my units. Oh, oh, no, not. What's left in this army? 2 swordsmen and him at really low. And that's the point, actually. We haven't done that in a while. Let's go and armor. Basic armor. So he ain't got any items, and he's got all these. So what's Gleaming Pendant? Razor Standard. Razor Standard I like. Gleaming Pendant I don't think is useful to us. Let's see if we can replace that with something. Burger Campaign Movement Range. That's very helpful. Income and Trade Faction Wide. Very helpful. Let's go Campaign Movement Range for now. Rat Catcher, Attrition. That's good. Gleaming Pennant. We've got so many of them. Let's get rid of another one then. And get that Income from Trade Faction Wide one instead. And that's that. Sweet. Go to the next guy, which is this guy. He was hit in it. Give him a charge bonus. Why not? He's got a war horse. I'm not too worried about that. Let's give him the Winds of Magic Power Reserve plus 20. I think that's been really helpful. And he ain't got a free slot there. Who are you? General of the Empire. You must be the other guy. Yeah, he's the one marching in on the Norskins, the Vamahinlings, or whatever they were. So, no equipment to give him. But we do have a lot of stuff that we just took off Karl Franz here. So let's give him the burger. Let's give him the valet. Magic item drop chance increase. That's helpful, because we don't actually have many magic items. And give him the gleaming pennant. And another gleaming pennant. Why the hell not? And that's everything else. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And also, you guys are still there doing your...
Yes, my lord.
Oh, no, you're not.
Provinces?
We get to the end turn. An assigned skill point. Who we got an assigned skill point for? It's the wizard. Of course it is. So, do we want to upgrade spells, or do we just want to... Shem's Burn Engage, increases magical armor, piercing damage, Bard's Protection. I like... Ooh, we can get him a Pegasus. Let's get him a Pegasus. Make sure that's equipped. Imperial Pegasus. Yeah, boy. Boy rides a Pegasus now. So very tempted to recruit another lord here, but I think we can survive without it, to be honest. And predicted income isn't great, so let's not do it just yet. But I think we're weathering this storm quite handily. I know they're building up troops there, and
Absolutely not.
they've got another army here that I'm not overly concerned about. If we keep winning the battles, then surely they won't be able to replenish as fast as we can beat them off. Okay, so this army I moved north here. They got engaged. Oh, sorry. Okay, so the Norskins I was going to fight up here, they got engaged and died swiftly by these two armies of Bretonnians. And then I noticed this here, sitting off the coast. This could quite possibly come down to Isleheart, so I'm going to...
The Empire.
We'll see what they do, but I'm going to pull them back to, like, Marienburg way. So just in case they go to Marienburg, I'll be there to help. If they shoot past me, I'll be able to get to Isleheart. And just in case, we'll upgrade the Night Watch at Isleheart. And how much money do we need for this? 16,000, but tax rate increase faction-wide is pretty helpful. Public order faction-wide is pretty helpful too. So we're going to have to push for that, I think. Now, we haven't been seized here, and that's the good news.
No.
But they are obviously regrouping there, but every time they keep them sat outside, they're actually taking attrition damage in their own lands,
Not like
which is great. And these are nearly full strength. Not quite there just yet, but all the attacks they've done haven't done anything to really deter us, and we can hit them in one turn. So I'm not going to do for it just yet. I'm going to see what they do next turn. Maybe lightning strike the guys sitting outside, get them gone, and then siege the main base. And we should be okay.
I am.
But Karl Franz, you've got a skill point to use. So, Imperial Gunnery, missile damage for mortars, helpful. Honest Steeds, Ward Save for War Wagon, Steam Tank, and Luminarch of Hish. We don't have them. I think Ward Save, I could be mistaken. I think it's like a chance to just ignore all damage from an attack. So that's very helpful. Melee defense, helpful. Empire Knights, Right Guard, speed. I think I'm going to go with Pistol Corps. Missile damage for all the missile units. I think that's going to be really helpful for us. Especially because they're the first things to do any damage, usually. So let's just wait things out. We should be near full next turn. Interesting to see what these guys do. The Moot petitions. The Elder of the Moot requests an ordinance of the Empire. He pleads that men be sent to eastern border to secure against neighbouring Sylvana. The halflings are nervous about von Karstein intent. Well, they shouldn't be. I've killed him. The neighbouring Sylvana is not a worry anymore. So let them eat lots of cake. So plus 10 leadership when fighting against the armies of men. Which, fortunately, I am right here. Because they've came down to siege me again. So I got that bonus right when I needed it. And it looks like, I didn't see it happen, but it looks like these have sailed on. I can't see them anywhere in our lands, so that's good. So it's tempted to march this army through.
Ready
and help out on that front, but also I'm winning there, and you never know what can happen here. It's important to have an army close to my lands, I believe. And I'm not going to build anything there just yet until we get the 16,000 that we need. Nay, require.
Me to my men.
Both words mean the same, it don't matter.
Raise your weapons.
So, let's lightning strike this. Again, it's pretty similar to how it was before. Just archers and these. They have a stronger army here, and then that army coming in. We can keep winning these fights. But we can't keep fighting them. If you know what I mean. It's such a non-stalemate sort of place to be in. So maybe I should push my army north a bit to at least give the barracks... Sorry, the what are they called? The garrison at Castle Drakenhof to up itself a little bit, so we can take these fights with a little bit more gusto. The good news is they don't have any artillery. That's the one thing they hit us with last time that they don't have now. And so let's just stick with the fight as it is, but just bring these to this side a little. Oh no, they're just normal swordsmen. So let's bring them out, put them in the gap. Sigmar's sons, you come out, you go in the gap. I like these to be on the flanks, to be nice and available. And then we'll do this here, same as before. Start deployment, start battle. So you can go in. I'm going to charge you straight away with the cavalry, because you seem to be short on anything that really can take cavalry down. Oh, and you're on a Pegasus now, so I can have some fun with you.
No lingering.
So first things first, let's put some magic spells in the middle of you. See, I've got people running away already from my might of my magic alone. Horses in the back just playing havoc on their archer line. Their spearmen are no threat to my guy on a Pegasus. Improve power recharge rate, increase the power reserves. Yes, do it. Okay, I'll just forget these are going to be on skirmish mode, aren't they? Although they don't seem to be interested in fighting, so just is this going to be another absolute zero losses fight? I suppose you might lose some of the cavalry, but for some reason they got so far into our lands and went, nah, let's turn around. I don't want none of this. Let's get Karl out to go straight for this guy, because he seems to be attacking our horses, and I do not like that one bit. In fact, Karl Franz can go into this front line here and just fight them. You guys can fight them off, because they're running away much faster now. Karl Franz on his own can keep these down. He doesn't need the artillery and crossbow support, and yet he has it, so that'll be a short fight. Looks like you guys are getting a bit antsy, though, so let's get you engaged in great sword fight. I'm sure you'll win that. Oh, actually, you guys can run away now. Okay, because you're in a bit of trouble. So our front line hasn't been bothered by this at all. These guys, they're winning decisively, it said there. lot of these units are starting to get routed for good now. Let's get you out here this way, though, because this is where the main fight's happening now. Oddly enough, there's more fighting happening here on the flanks than there is in the main line. There's no point running these out. They're not too slow for anything. I think it looks like they're all going now. They're all retreating now by the looks of it. There we go. And the same as before, I really do want to, like, reduce them, but they're pretty low as it is, to be honest. What else can we do? Let's just end battle. It don't need to do any more. Losses 24, losses 1,000. It's going to take them a long time to regroup 1,000 troops, surely. And it's not going to take us very long to regroup 24 troops. So, massive victory. It's amazing what the lack of... I had 2 cavalry pieces and 2 artillery pieces, and that just gave me enough just to control the whole map, essentially, and they couldn't even get to my front line. Units replenished 16%. I think I actually grew from that fight. I think the units replenished was much more than anything else. Enemy killed in battle. That's what you want to hear. So look how strong these guys are now. Unassign skill points. Let's assign some bloody skill points, shall we? What do we like? Faz protection? What do we... Oh, we gave you a Pegasus last time. Sigmar's ward, missile resistance. Immortality, when you get that, 20. You're level to 18 at the moment, so we'll get that soon. Exorcism. +4 leadership, immune psychology when he's casting. Yeah, why not? Little helpful little boost.
The nation calls.
So,
Yes. Not likely.
if I lightning strike these, I can just kill them off now.
Summon the Elector Counts. I refuse. Is it time?
In theory, I can just lightning strike everything here.
Bring me to my men.
Tempted to attack these. Probably not the
I command
best,
here.
even though I 100% could do it.
What?
Or would that be cheeky? Would that be really cheeky? What's the garrison looking like? It's takeable.
Absolutely not.
Does it have fences? Is it a...
Who calls?
I think I can just play that fight and take Eschen off them straight. And that would really leave me exposed. Why would I do it? But why?
Raise your
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Men, war calls.
Lightning strike? We can't lightning strike. Let's just do it. Let's fight the battle. We'll take some losses from this, but we're taking a city off them. And we're gonna... I don't know. We could probably split ourselves up too much here, but they've pushed on us too much, and we'll take the advantage off them, is what I'm doing here. We're attacking on my terms now. We're not fighting on their terms. It's stupid, but that's what I'm doing.
Our steeds are restless.
So, similar to before, we'll just get the...
What do you bid? For the Empire! Swordsmen!
Just get the great swords on the flank.
Great swords!
There.
We are
There.
Sigmar's heirs.
You guys, I'm going to group and take off skirmish mode. I'm going to remember that this time. And just bring you a little bit wider.
We
Yeah.
await your orders.
And you
The Empire endures.
sit there. You.
The Empire endures.
And start deployment.
Ready.
We can't see them. So let's just stick them there. And start battle. So, look at them start to shift already. Are they in? Oh, they are in artillery space. So let's hit their... Oh, they're just swordsmen. I thought they were great swords. Why are they coming over here? Are they trying to, like, flank us? The weirdest flank known to men. Oh, they're getting the high ground here. Okay, so let's just... take the fight out to them a little bit.
Yes, sir. To
Okay, now they're charging. So let's do this there instead.
Take the ground! Ready to serve! Formation march!
Sir! Attack!
Really odd first move to them. Kite the archers for a little bit by getting in them. That gives our archers time to hit their troops without being fired upon themselves. And these are fairly sturdy, so I'm not too worried about them. Although they are taking a lot of fire now.
Sigmar calls! Prepare for combat!
The Empire
I forgot to walk these guys in. I forgot to walk Karl Franz in.
see to it! Sigmar calls!
Okay, now one, get behind. You charge.
Halberdiers! Sigmar calls!
Get our spearmen up front.
March! To battle!
Ulrich's wrath on them!
Karl, you go and help out those guys.
Eldenhammer!
And you're in trouble, so you just get out.
Show us the foe! To battle! Ready! Formation march!
And it looks like they're in that area quite handily, so let's drop some spells.
At your service!
You just keep firing that swordsman. Keep them going for good.
Light wizard! Light is might. Illumination upon them. Yes, sir! Attack! Swordsman!
Karl Franz alone is doing the business here. And somehow these have managed to keep these all confused at range here as well.
Karl
Got our strongest swords unit chasing down fleers. Why do I have that happening? When I could hit this group here from behind.
Take the ground!
In fact, these guys are chasing in, aren't they?
Standing by! Sigmar guide!
And let's get Karl Franz back in. It's going to be another one won quite handily. Look how far their leader is. He's chasing our cavalry for some reason. Although ours is doing pretty much the same thing here.
The ground quakes! Charge!
Swordsman! By Karl Maraz!
Come on. Route completely. Shattered. There you go. Okay, you come in for him. We have definitely won this fight. We've got to make sure we don't overcommit in stupid areas. Like this here.
For Ulfdorf! Our orders? We serve the Emperor!
Great swords!
And so I think we've won this fight without taking a huge amount of losses. And that's really put us in good stead for this war, this push north. Okay, they're routing. They're shattered, I mean.
State troops ready! By Ulrich's wrath!
So I don't mind them being in melee fight here, because this is all broken.
Halberdiers!
All sorts of fights going on in this place.
Missile troops!
Oh, they're out of ammo, so they've got to engage in melee. That's not a big deal, because everyone's routing now. Routing. I don't actually know what it is. I imagine route. End battle, decisive victory. 104! You only cast one spell? Fair play, lad. Fair play. 202. Those guys are really messing shit up. I'm like, I had these guys running out in the middle of nowhere chasing people. They got 73. And compared to that one fight where we lost 43 against much smaller numbers, 159 ain't bad. All that money gained. Okay. So let's loot and occupy, take money, and we replenish fast. It was a big hit to that, but we're going to need to take that. And now he is a good attacker. Could have told you that before. So this is weak. This is very exposed. Let's repair it. But it is a main city. It does need a siege to take it. And I don't think these have the troops to break it in. They don't have any artillery or anything. They can't go in one.
No.
So they've got to at least wait to build some units. And these are full. These are replenished so much. They're full health. We have a full strength army here. Oh, I'm tempted just to march on Waldendorf next turn. Let's see what they do, but we've completely broke this. They are scattered now. They don't have what it takes. And I'm really, if things go my way, I'm going to just march straight on Waldendorf next turn. Take that from their sneaky little bastard fingers. I mean, in a fine, loyal battle between mighty armies of equal stature and loyalty and such. Keep this going. Whatever the Norskans are, I bet they looks like they've pissed off back to Pack Ice Bay. Exactly where I want them to be. We can probably build... Oh, no, we can't. 10,000. Yeah, let's hold on for this. Let's hold on for the Imperial Palace. And assign some skill points. Let's go with Pistol Corps yet again. Even stronger archers. Because they weren't strong enough last time, these guys. My Arrow boys. Military access? Of course you can have military access, Balthazar. Big bronze bounty. Of course you can. As Magnus the Pious taught, a united empire is better than one driven by spite and jealousy. Well said, Magnus. So,
You are not welcome in my court, yet here you are.
Peace treaty? Are you still at war with Corone? Then I'm still at war with you. Sorry, geez. That's where they got to. Okay, there's a lot of chaos going up in here. And oh, hello. Bretonnians taking Cologne. They just raided Conquata? They didn't even fucking take it. Oh, they did. Bretonnians are going on a tear. You go, Bretties. That's what you need. You need a strong ally like that. But look at this. The Corsa fighting going. The Norska and Chaos fight going on here. So I tried to say Chaos and Norska and went Korska. Okay. Valmir von Rilkoff of Ostland sends you an invitation to his personal guest at the annual Wurtfest. Ooh, me? Wurt? I love a bit of Wurt. An annual harvest time festival in which citizens all across the Empire feast and toast the gods, their land, the Empire, and their ancestors. Sounds like a jolly good time. Count me in. I'll have one of your finest currywurst, please. It is a grand gesture for a head of state to extend such an invite to another, so naturally you accept. On the day of the Wurstfest, you are called away to lead an army against a minor uprising. As happens. The scuffle did not ultimately need your personal attention, but the insurrection is exactly the type of situation that you are compelled to deal with in person. Due to this, you do not take your place at Valmir von Rukov's table. Valmir von Rukov is greatly insulted by this. Appeasing him may take more than a mere fruit empire. Arrange a state gift. Nothing says sorry like a tribute of considerable financial value. Do nothing. Fealty. I went to your stupid fucking worst festival. At the end of the day, if there's an insurrection, there's an insurrection I got to put down. Or arrange an honorary banquet. I'm just going to pay the 800 gold. The 800 gold at this stage ain't much. So let's do it. And I think with them at 9, and they've got quite sizable lands if I remember rightly. Yeah, they've got all this. And at 9, they've got a chance of joining us anytime soon. I wanted to check actually what are these at. They're at 9 as well. So both armies are close to joining us. I don't want to piss either of them off. Or the Talabenheims here. If it weren't for that political event, whatever it was, where we had to piss them off, we would have them now. But never mind. Oh, more time. I remember a while back, I was actually looking on this map where more time is on this map, and I'm glad they've added it. Because that wasn't always there, I don't think. And I put it about here, so I was off. But there's more time. I've done a series of more time. I'm not sure if it's on this channel or my old channel. I might do a series of more time. Yeah, I've been considering playing it again. It's a really cool board game that's been ported over to the PC, and I really like it on the PC. I've never played it as a board game, but that's where it's based, around the City of Mordheim. I kind of want to get that now. So, okay. I was like fast forwarding, and I didn't see what the armies here did. Did they run away? Did they just disband? Did they just leave Waldenhof completely undefended for no reason whatsoever? That seems suspect if you ask me, but I'm not gonna not take it, am I?
I am Prince and Emperor. To war.
To war. I'm not even gonna bother fight. Shall I fight it? Nah, fuck it. Wiped him out. Let's just occupy this one. Province secured. Happy days. So. Local populace 3, characters 10. What are we adding here? That's 6. So we're going to have that in the balance. Let's just go with growth for the moment. Growth plus 20. So I want that to grow to be a sizable region yet again. And actually, let's have a think, because this here is still set to growth. Although 5 income faction wide is helpful. Recruitment cost -5. Tax relief, tax rate 5, sorry. Untainted and public order. Public order, 100, not having a problem with it. Taint, 2%, and that's going down. Someone chaosy must have just walked through my lands and I not realised. So that's not a worry. So let's go with tax rate. Now this. Income generated 400, growth 20. Income generated, double my income generated, 9,000. Or I can get the ability to build halbasters and steam tanks for 11,250. So how much do I want this? Public orders plus 2 faction wide, tax rate faction wide. They're good. Let's just go with this. Imperial Port, nice, simple upgrade. No math, an extra 400 quid a month. A turn, sorry, I should say. No muss, no fuss. Job done. Job donezo. Tempted to send an army to fight out here. I know these Verheerlings ran away yet again. And they're doing what they need to do there. Tempted to send an army to join them because, you know, help out. I've never been one not to help out. I don't particularly want their lands just yet, though, and it might be stretching myself a little bit thin. So, I won't. Let's keep it at bay. But we've done well this episode so far. There's a little bit longer left. Probably a turn or two left. And we've taken all of East Sylvania. And we've got that. Let's destroy the one at this base now. And then when we level this one up, we can increase that. So that gives us an extra building slot in Castle Drakenhof.
I refuse.
Now we just have to make sure that the corruption, comes down. So our happiness can go back up again. And it might be prudent to send out a scout to take Essen and Nagenhof, but I've got a feeling they won't put up much of a fight. So I don't think I'll bother. I'll just wait until see what happens next turn. After having skill points given to this bloke, because he deserves them. Power up banishment, see how much damage that can do. And pistol corpse for one last time. Oh wow, who's this? Sigvald Strongman. Fervent, yes. Oh, I haven't actually done much in this guy. So let's have a look at his spells. This is Dirk Beckberg, the Bright Wizard. He's in our secondary army. So Fireball, I imagine that's a similar kind of spell to Shem's Burning Gaze we have elsewhere. Single target. Kindle Flame, constant around south, affects enemies in range, active if casting. Weakness to fire damage to enemies map wide. Which is cool. Cascading Fire Cloak. Augment self or ally. Melee damage and armor piercing damage. Cool. Imbues magical damage and fire damage. So Kindle Flame and that together is quite helpful. How long does Kindle Flame last? 15 seconds. So if he stays around whoever I cast this on, they're not only using fire damage, they've got weakness to fire damage who they're fighting. That's pretty helpful. And the Burning Head, Wind, causes major magical fire damage, small forward moving area effect, strong versus multiple units, weak versus armor, and damages their leadership. I'm going to go with that. I think we're going to go with Kindle Flame. These seem like a good mixture of spells, but Burning Head seems to be very powerful, very usable. So let's go with that. I look forward to a chance to use it. Maybe
Ready.
tempted, very tempted to like do it, but I don't think we're quite there yet. As weak as this army is. Oh, end turn now. I forgot we didn't end the turn. Oh, raiding. So their armies haven't disbanded. They're in Eastern Sylvania. They're probably just in like ambush mode or like hide mode or something. It's just him there. You know what? Move character to the following questage. Move character to the following province. Ostermark. Where's that? We're quite close. We can do that. For 15,000 gold. We can do that. And technology research, heavy weapons. Let's research. What next? Staged weapons, charge bonus, and melee defense. Let's go for this. This is income from industry, income from mines and gold mines, which you have a gold mine now, so that'll be useful. And construction of overall buildings. Let's do this. Go down that route and not deviate for a little bit. Castle Drakenhof here has, make sure, gold smelter, yeah. So increase to that would be very helpful. Do we want to... Let's upgrade Waldenhof to level 3 so we can upgrade that early. And do we want to put anything else in here? I can't think of anything we want to put in there, to be honest. Suppose it wouldn't hurt to have this here. A gunsmith. That's £5,000 that we can't spend in our homeland, though. And I think increasing our homeland is a little bit more important at the moment. And this army here, I could not give a rat's ass about. Because there's sieging to be done in Essen. If I can take all their provinces off them. And this place we actually do have to siege. Looks like they've got walls, but we've got cannons. So let's do it. This is the final fight of the episode. Let's make it a siege on Ostermark. Yeah, so I've got to move my character to Ostermark. It's way north of here. So Ostermark must have slowly lost lands on their northern front and gained them on their southern front and slowly moved down to where we are now. It looks like they've taken a battle recently by the looks of it. So Control A, as usual, just line these guys up. So, line them up as thin as possible because we just want them to charge straight forward at the walls.
Finding range, sir. Standing by. Ready.
And I'm going to actually stick this guy out a little bit because I'm going to get him to go over the walls and harass the artillery they've got. So, let's just do this quite simply, like so. Oh, hello.
We are Sigmar's heirs. We are ready.
Quite simply like that.
General.
Start deployment. Start battle. So, you climb the gates. You get in archer range of the gates. Provide covering fire. You do something. Climb the walls as well, yeah. Now you. Let's get you over the walls on your mighty Pegasi. Oh my god, they're ready to flee already. They've been hit by so many artillery bolts. And see such an outnumbered force coming into them. And then, because these don't have time to move, a little bit of a banishment spell will really fuck them up. huge damage to their artillery there. And now just dive on and finish them off. Holy shit. They have pistols. They have pistols in hiding. Back off. Back off. I've changed my mind. Fly. Fly. There you go. Okay. So let's just pull you out for a second. I mean, we're winning this side of the fight, and as soon as we get our troops on the land, these guys will get messed up because they have archers, and we have swordsmen, spearmen, actual melee fighters, so they don't stand a chance.
No lingering.
And in 13 seconds, we can cash another round of banishment again.
The Empire endures. Light is might.
Look out! Spellcaster! Just sucking the life out of them.
Keep your heads down, man.
It's a shame we couldn't kill them, but we've done some stuff. We've done something. How many do they have now? Oh, they still have 3 active artillery pieces. Genuinely surprised by that. As soon as you're standing on the wall doing nothing, Karl, you march in and get in there. Same with you guys, actually, but you're going to be a while. In fact, it might help if we get our artillery firing on these guys. Now we're pretty much in. Karl Franz alone can't do everything. Cast this once again, Arcane Conduit, to increase our recharge rate. 1 power per 4 seconds. So we're going to get to the 15 we need sooner rather than later. But it won't matter, because we've won. Yet another decisive victory for Karl Franz and the Franzy boys. That's what they like to be known as. Oh no, there it was. Move a character to the following province, Ostermark. We did that. Fund the Astrolabe adjustments. Amass a treasury of 10,000 thing, and we lose 5 grand when we do it. But so that'll be done next turn. I'll be interested. I haven't seen this one before. It'll be an interesting quest. Might get a nice little bonus from this route. So it's going to follow that down. So Essen Backafan, that's the capital. But we're going to get that soon, by the looks of it. And we're going to get more time soon, too, through Confederacy with them. So Drakenhof, once we take that, I think Ostermark, this main land of Ostermark, will be ours in the whole. Wouldn't that be fun? Let's assign some skill points. I don't know. All the spells I want to power up have been powered up with this guy. Although he is level 20 now, so he's immortal. Gavin von Gorst can no longer die. He has become such a strong part of our army. That's very useful for everyone involved. And we need 1 more skill before we can... Oh, hang on. They're rank 16. So the next 6th rank, we can get Deathclaw for Karl Franz. And if you thought he was powerful now, you wait until he's on Deathclaw. I mean, it looks like his melee attack, melee defense, and weapon strength are going down, admittedly. But look how much faster he is. And look at that charge bonus. And his model is much bigger as well, so his attacks hit more people. So it is a general improvement. It just doesn't look that way. Although it does look like we miss the melee attack, the magical and poison abilities he's got, which is weird. I don't know why that is. But the question is, what skill point do we put in this red line to unlock the next branch? I think Imperial Gunnery. I want to go Imperial Gunnery. Just to give them a little bit more damage would be a little bit more helpful in the siege battles and big fights, I think. And we don't want to build anything because we're saving our money for the next turn. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to see you in the next episode, where we're going to finish off that quest, and we are going to take Drakenhof, and then we'll see where we go from there, because the world's our oyster at the moment. Really, securing this heartland here will be very helpful. It might be time for a war with Norn, these guys. It looks like we're going to get these guys anytime soon, these guys anytime soon, these anytime soon. We're really going to start exploding in size sometime soon. And with that, it's going to come its own risks. But, we'll see, I suppose. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.